Happy Monday, everybody. Today is January 26, 2026. Let's talk about everything that happened on Sunday, the 25th. The first game is the Kings versus the Pistons, 116-139. Yeah, the Kings are going nowhere, and you can see like the minutes is all over the place as well because of the blowout. Sabonis finally got the start. If he were to play 35 minutes, he would have a great game, a triple-double maybe. 8 assists and 2 steals is great. They played this guy Clifford 33 minutes, the only guy that played over 30. If you want to roster him, go ahead. But the guy I like the most is Dylan Cardwell. He played 26 minutes. He's not going to play 26 minutes every game. He had 3 fouls, which is going to happen a lot. He fouled a lot, but he gets a lot of defensive stats. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line this game, but 9 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. He's a pretty good fantasy player, even just given 25 minutes a night. And given how this team is going, he could be averaging 25 minutes in a lot of games, especially the blowouts. So I like him. I don't mind rostering him just to see how things go, especially in category leagues. He's being pretty good. The rest of the guys, Russell Westbrook played 22 minutes, is just pretty bad across the board. And you just don't know who's going to get minutes from game to game. Malik Monk played 22 minutes, had 19 points. For Detroit, Cade Cunningham, great bounce back game. That's what you need if you need a good bounce back, you play the Kings. 29 points, 11 assists, 3 steals and block with 3 threes. Great. Duncan hit 3 threes. Because of the blowout, the minutes were low across the board. Tobias had 16 points, and Ausar Thompson had 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. He's the guy really I watch every game because his variance is pretty high. One game he could pop off, the other game he could just play 25 minutes and give you nothing, no defensive stats. Isaiah Stewart just so consistent, giving you those blocks, 2 blocks here. Move on to the next one. Well, this is good news for the Warriors. They beat the Wolves. 111-85, great win by the Warriors. They really needed this one, given everything that's going on. Curry, again, did not have the best shooting night. Still had 26 points, 4 steals is great. Pajemski had 4 steals as well. If you want to have Pajemski, if you want to have Moody, it's okay. Kuminga is also out. These guys should get 30 minutes a night, but what numbers they're gonna give you really depends. And some nights, if they're not having a great night, they only get 25 minutes or 20 even. Both guys had a great game here. Draymond had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. And Al Horford, with Quinton Post came off the bench. Maybe Al Horford, if he gets close to 30 minutes a night, he's obviously fantasy relevant. We know him. He's been in the league forever. Great fantasy player. For the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards had 32 points but had 8 turnovers. Dante hit 6 threes, 22 points. Continues to be just super strong. Grabbed 7 rebounds as well. Rudy really struggled here. Just a bad game. It's okay. We can move on. Same with Randall. But did have 3 steals and a block. So defensively, he was doing his thing. So surprisingly, Wolves get blown out at home like this by a Warriors team. The next one, well, everybody's beating Oklahoma City Thunder now. They do have a couple of injuries. And, Emmanuel Quickly, another great game. 23 points, 2 steals, and 11 rebounds with 6 threes. He's been on a heater, making a lot of shots. That's great. Scotty Bombs, what a game from him. He did not shoot the ball well, but 11 rebounds, 8 assists with 1 steal and 3 blocks. This is why, in category leagues, we love him because he just does so much. So now I'm just looking at in the last month, Scotty. In the last month, he's a 12th ranked player, averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds with 1.3 steals and 1.5 blocks, with great efficiency as well. So this year, not bad. He's having a good year so far. Brandon Ingram really struggled, but they still got the win. 13 points, and RJ had chipped in 14. I don't think we need to have RJ unless you really need points. Sandro played 31 minutes. If he's starting, I don't mind streaming him for some points and rebound, and he added a steal and a block as well. And a couple guys could be useful in fantasy, right? Jamal Shead, if you want assist, he's a really assist guy. Grady Dick if you need some points and some threes, but although I don't think he plays, he doesn't have highest usage when guys are healthy. For OKC, Shea, just 11 shots, 8 for 10 from the line. Pretty quiet game from Shea. Um, 6 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. So Raptors did a great job on him. Shed Holmgren, pretty empty game as well. 11 points and 10 rebounds. However, he's been playing very well without Jalen Williams. They have so many guys out, so it's understandable. They lose a couple games. Jalen Williams got the start. I would stream him. I would stream Cason Wallace at the moment. Eric Wiggins as well came off the bench, had a great win, and Kendrick Williams. And you just don't know who's going to get minutes from game to game. But any of these guys, they're really good fantasy players. Like Eric Wiggins could drop 25 points and give you a bunch of defensive stats. Same thing with Isaiah Joe. Like he can pop up for 20 points as well. So I like all these guys for streaming options. Cason Wallace, he can give you 4 steals any game, but only got 15 minutes here. Move on to the next game. The Pelicans, they beat the Spurs 104-95. This is a very interesting game. The Spurs usually are pretty high scoring. They only score 95. And Zion Williamson had a great game. 24 points, 10 rebounds. Maybe it's that extra motivation versus Wemby. The first time they played each other this season, he had a couple highlights and Wemby blocked him a couple times. So that's great. He was a plus 17. Trey Murphy did not have the best game, but had 9 assists. He's just been so good. But again, this Pelicans team, really, right now they are they're the worst team in the West. So, yeah, they're not going anywhere. That's why if you have Trey Murphy, you have Zion, if you can trade them. Trey Murphy has been absolutely amazing. In the last month, he's 11th round player. Any first round player you can get back, I would absolutely do it. Or even early second. So, yeah, like Cade Cunningham, he had a good game, but if you can do Trey Murphy plus somebody for Cade Cunningham, that'd be great. Derek Queen, yeah, just another game with 5 fouls. Otherwise, he's very inconsistent. But I think he's still giving up good enough games that he's worth holding for now. Missy, because of the foul trouble, Missy went off with 14 rebounds. If you need rebounds, sure. Saddiq Bey still getting huge usage. Just out of nowhere, this guy is averaging almost 20 points in the last month. Saddiq, despite playing high minutes, he's just a 105th ranked player. 16 points in the last month with 6 rebounds, that's good, but just doesn't really offer you anything else, really. Doesn't turn the ball over though, so that's good. And Herbert Jones, if you want defensive stats, I guess you could have him. And Jordan Poole was out here. Yeah, so a lot of guys on this team have potential, great fantasy players, and especially if Trey Murphy and Zion start sitting out, right? Jeremiah Fears, he could come in and play huge minutes. He could be good. For the San Antonio Spurs, Wemby, 4 blocks is great, 16 rebounds, but again struggled offensively and had no assists and no steals. Wemby this year overall, he's just not having a great year overall. In the last month, he's the 5th ranked player, but for a guy we drafted in the second pick, he's just not as consistent as Shea. We drafted him because of the high volume of blocks. This year, he's not really doing that. Next year, he could be a good value pick, right? People may not pick him in the top 3, right? You get him cheap here. Another concern is, he's always hurt, always gets hurt. And the minutes was low in the last month as well, only just 29 minutes. But still averaged 2.7 blocks. So, yeah, overall, Wemby this year, because of the injuries, he's not really, but, he's never going to be outside the top 5, right? Maybe not second best Shea, but, you still easily take him over guys like Luka in category leagues. De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle, with everybody healthy, these 2 guys, they're not getting huge usage. And of course, they only score 95 points. Justin Champagnie, who's been going off, His time might be, Devin Vassell came back, so maybe he's not going to get his. He's still out 30 minutes here. And Keldon Johnson off the bench had 15 points. Keldon Johnson for sure could be streamed, and Devin Vassell, if you really want a 3-and-D guy, you could roster him. The next game is the Miami Heat. They just find a way to win. 111-102. With all the injuries that they have, it don't matter. Bam Adebayo, 22 points, 2 threes. Struggle from the field, but it's okay. Norman Powell also struggled. They still got the win, despite shooting 25% from 3. Because Phoenix, they did great. I mean, Phoenix, which is worse, I guess. They started guys like Larson. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Kasparas played 23 minutes. This guy, with all the injuries, he's been getting like decent minutes. And I just realized what's his name is also out. Oh my God, Terry Rozier is still on this roster. Yeah, Davion Mitchell is still out too. So everybody out. Don't matter. They still got the win. Of course, Devin Booker was out too. Jovic, he's been getting some good minutes off the bench. Like some, I don't mind stream him if there's a back-to-back. Triple J had a great game, 20 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And Drew Smith also got 22 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like Tyler Hero's being out, they're just still winning games. And Kawhi Ware is also out. Heat, just the way they play, they push the pace. Having Tyler Hero or not in the regular season don't seem to matter too much. They're the 7th seed in the East right now. For Phoenix, no Devin Booker, Grayson Allen, and Dylan Brooks. They're supposed to carry the load. Dylan Brooks had 26 points. That's fine. Allen really struggled. Goes 1 for 11. But we should roster him this week with Devin Booker out for sure. Even when Devin Booker comes back, we can have him for 3-point streaming. Royce O'Neal goes 0 for 7. Mark Williams. I thought Mark Williams was going to have a big year this year, but it just feels like he's DeAndre Ayton, He's got all the physical tools. Well, in the last month, he's a 50th ranked player, so, not bad. 12 points and 8 rebounds with 1.1 steals and a block, so very, very efficient, 65% from the field. But he's just averaging 24 points. So, like very efficient, doesn't hurt you anywhere. I guess just no threes and no assists. But he gets you steals as well. 78% from the free throw line, could be worse on 3.4 attempts. So overall, he's still a great fantasy player. But just when you watch him play, just feel like, given the physical tools he have, he could be doing a lot more. All right, last game of the night because 2 games got postponed due to the snow. The Brooklyn Nets, they lost to the Clippers 89. Yeah, this one wasn't close. Michael Porter Jr. cooled off quite a bit. 9 points, 4 assists, because they got blown out collectively as a team. Claxton still had a decent one with 2 steals and a block. Igor, 28 minutes, 3 threes. He's somebody that we could stream. Same thing with Drake. Powell out of nowhere. He's been getting a lot of minutes. Cam Thomas is kind of cooked. He's hurt again. Yeah, I think we don't need to hold on to Cam Thomas anymore. It's okay. If he gets traded to some other team, to a bad team, maybe it's worth picking him up. Otherwise, on this team, they're just not playing him huge minutes. They don't think he's the future. So, De'Ron Sharp played 20 minutes. Whenever he gets minutes, he always produces 4 steals and a block, 6 rebounds. If there's a back-to-back, I would also stream him. But, Nets, like a couple other teams, this team, other than Michael Porter Jr., like everybody else's minutes, I guess Claxton to some degree, it's just half and half. Depending on who is playing well that day, right? They playing, how many guys did they play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They played 12 guys. Well, really 11. Everybody's getting about the same amount of minutes. For the Clippers, pretty easy win. Kawhi had another great one. in 25 minutes. 8 for 9 from the line, 28 points with a steal and a block. Like I said, Kawhi, if you can get him for Shea, you absolutely do it. But if you get somebody outside their top 10, top 15, it may not be worth it. In my opinion, he's like the top in the last month. He's number 3. So I don't see any reason he cannot sustain that top 5 player rest of the way. James Harden, 10 for 10 from the line, also had a decent one. Zubac did his thing. When it's a blowout, nobody really put up any numbers. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.